Blake Burman at the White House with the latest on all that. Blake.
Hi there, Connell. President Trump speaks with, engages with world leaders all the time. For example, we saw the latest even yesterday when he's down at Mar-a-Lago vacationing for the Christmas, New Year's break. The White House says the president spoke with the Egyptian leader over the phone yesterday. That conversation came at the very same time, or at least on the same day, as the president made the claim on Twitter that impeachment is harming his dealings with world leaders. This was the tweet at one point from President Trump yesterday. He said, quote, "Despite all the great success that our country has had over the last 3 years, it makes it much more difficult to deal with foreign leaders and others when I am having to constantly defend myself against the do-nothing Democrats and their bogus impeachment scam. Bad for USA," the president writes. Now, while that might be true, we should also note that the president has been very vocal and very public in confronting some world leaders. For example, just a few weeks ago, at the NATO meetings in London, he called the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, quote, "two-faced," after Trudeau could be seen the day before laughing with Emmanuel Macron and Boris Johnson about those mini press conferences that broke out when Trudeau and Macron met with the president in London. And then just yesterday, after the president had blamed impeachment for difficulty in dealing with foreign leaders, he threw out another Twitter jab at Trudeau, responding to the reports that his role in Home Alone 2 had been cut in a Canadian broadcast. The president tweeted the following. He said, quote, "I guess Justin T doesn't much like my making him pay up on NATO or trade." That was the response from the president. We should note that the CBC has said that the scene involving President Trump, then a private citizen, was cut in 2014. As far as these face-to-face interactions with the president and other world leaders, Connell, it'll probably be more restricted next year, or at least confined here to the White House. Maybe the president will head to Davos next month, but then we go to a campaign year, and normally foreign travel isn't as heavy in a year in which there's an election, of course, versus a year that there is not. And when you look just more widely at the broader agenda, next month, everything is sort of laid out for this administration. Trade one phase deal, expecting that possibly next month. The USMCA should be signed in the Senate, and then even broadening out after that. They kind of have the decks cleared here at the White House. Spending bill through September, not having to deal with the debt ceiling next year at all. But in an election year, you got to wonder what exactly could get done in this.
Oh, I don't know, Blake. Sounds very simple. If it's all scheduled like that, there shouldn't be any bumps along the road. Everything will go smoothly. No arguments, of course. All right, sir.
We'll see how the year goes, right?
As always, we'll see what happens. Blake, thank you. Blake Burman on the White House North Lawn, where things are quiet this week.